Before we begin, a quick heads up. This presentation is for informational and inspirational purposes. Travel is a dynamic world, so things like prices, entry rules, and local conditions can change in a heartbeat. Always do your own fresh research and check official government advisories before you book anything. Your dream trip deserves a smooth takeoff. How much vacation time do you have left this year? 10 days? Maybe a precious 14 if you're lucky? Now, what if I told you that a huge number of Americans are about to spend that irreplaceable time, and their hard-earned money, on a vacation they will secretly find disappointing? It's a harsh truth, but the old way of traveling is broken. You save up all year, you dream of that perfect getaway, you book a trip to one of those must-see cities, and you arrive to find lines. Lines for museums, lines for restaurants, lines just to take a photo without 1,000 strangers in the background. You're paying 5-star prices for a 1-star experience, shoulder to shoulder with every other tourist who saw the same influencer post on Instagram. That is not a vacation. That is an expensive, exhausting chore. Well, this video is your official exit strategy from that travel nightmare. Forget the tired top 10 lists that have been recycled since 2010. We are throwing that playbook out the window. Today, we're revealing the 3 destinations that are quietly becoming the new hotspots for in-the-know American travelers. These aren't just random places on a map. These are the destinations that answer the call for what we all desperately need right now. Genuine adventure, breathtaking beauty, and incredible value, without the crushing crowds. We're going to break down not only where they are, but why they are trending this very season, who each spot is perfect for, and the one key experience in each that you absolutely cannot miss. By the time we're done, you won't just have a list. You'll have a blueprint for a trip that feels like a discovery, not a package tour. A trip that will genuinely recharge your soul, and let's be honest, give you some truly epic stories to tell. So what changed? Why are the old standbys like Paris and Rome suddenly feeling stale? A few massive shifts are happening all at once. First, the revenge travel boom is over. That frantic, post-pandemic rush to go anywhere and everywhere has settled down. Now, people are being smarter. They're more discerning. We're no longer satisfied with just ticking a box. We want to feel something. We want authentic connection, not just a selfie with a famous statue. The second, and perhaps most powerful factor, is the economic reality. The US dollar is incredibly strong right now. It's like the entire world is on a discount rack, but only if you know where to shop. Going to a country where the dollar is a sledgehammer, not a tiny little mallet, means you can upgrade your hotel, you can eat at that incredible restaurant every night, you can afford that cooking class or that private boat tour. Your budget for a standard, predictable vacation in Western Europe can suddenly buy you an absolutely luxurious, unforgettable experience somewhere else. You just have to know where to look. And that's the problem. The internet is saturated with misinformation. It's a minefield of sponsored posts, outdated blog articles, and tourist board propaganda. You see a stunning photo of a cliffside town in Italy, but what you don't see is the 2-hour traffic jam to get there or the $12 bottle of water at the cafe. It's a curated illusion. The destinations on our list today are trending for the opposite reason. They're trending organically. They're bubbling up through word of mouth, through travelers who come back with their eyes wide open saying, "You will not believe what I just experienced." These are places on the cusp. They have the infrastructure, the safety, and the wow factor, but they haven't yet been completely steamrolled by mass tourism. This season is the golden moment to visit them. A year or 2 from now, they'll be on every mainstream travel list, and the magic window will have closed. So we're going to count them down from number 3 to the coveted number 1 spot. And our number 3 destination is, in my opinion, the perfect embodiment of this new era of travel. It's a place that feels both strangely familiar and thrillingly exotic at the same time. Think about this for a second. What if you could take the dramatic, jaw-dropping coastal cliffs of Ireland, the ancient, sun-drenched stone villages of southern Italy, and a food scene as vibrant and affordable as Portugal's, and roll them all into one compact, easy-to-explore country? A country where English is widely spoken, making it incredibly accessible, but the culture feels a world away. A place where you can spend your morning hiking through emerald green hills dotted with medieval castles, and your afternoon swimming in crystal-clear turquoise water in a hidden cove. This is a country that history has shaped in the most fascinating way, with layers of Roman, Venetian, and Slavic influences creating a culture and an architecture that you simply won't find anywhere else on Earth. The food is a revelation. Imagine fresh seafood pulled straight from the sea, grilled with local olive oil and herbs. Imagine slow-cooked meats, rich stews, delicate pastries, and world-class wine that costs less than a bottle of water in other parts of Europe. This is farm-to-table dining, not as a trendy concept, but as a way of life that has existed for centuries. It's a place that appeals to every type of traveler. Are you an adventurer? You can go sea kayaking, rock climbing, or explore some of the most stunning national parks in Europe. Are you a history buff? You can wander through Roman amphitheaters, explore walled medieval cities, and feel the weight of thousands of years of history under your feet. Are you just looking to relax on a beach? Well, its coastline is a spectacular chain of islands and peninsulas, offering up everything from lively beach clubs to secluded, private stretches of sand, where it's just you and the sound of the waves. And the best part? The value is staggering. The cost of a 5-star hotel here can be less than a 3-star cookie-cutter hotel in any major Western European capital. A delicious 3-course meal with wine might cost you $25. The price of a ferry to a pristine, car-free island is the price of a coffee at Starbucks. Your dollar doesn't just stretch here, it does acrobatics. It transforms your entire experience from one of careful budgeting to one of joyful abundance. You can say yes to things. Yes to the boat trip. Yes to the cooking class. Yes to another glass of that amazing local wine. This freedom is the ultimate luxury, and it's the defining feature of our number 3 destination. It's a place that's been hiding in plain sight. A European jewel that has, for years, been overlooked by the American market in favor of its more famous neighbors. But the secret is starting to get out. Flight searches from the US are up over 200% this year. The whispers are turning into a roar. This is the year to go before the rest of the world catches on. This stunning, affordable, and unforgettable country, our number 3 trending travel destination for Americans this season, is the coastal paradise of Croatia. Forget what you think you know. Because while your mind might immediately jump to the towering limestone walls of King's Landing, to dragons and medieval drama, that's just the postcard. It's the cover of a book you haven't even opened yet. And trust me, the story inside is so much better than the movie. Yes, let's start there, in Dubrovnik. Walking the ancient city walls is a rite of passage. With one hand trailing on sun-warmed stone that stood for centuries and your eyes gazing out at the impossible blue of the Adriatic Sea, you feel it. You feel the weight of history, the clash of empires, the resilience of a city that has seen it all. You can almost hear the echoes of Venetian merchants and the whispers of old sea captains. It's breathtaking. You'll wander through the maze-like marble streets of the old town, discover hidden alleyways that open into sun-drenched courtyards, and find yourself at a cliffside bar, a literal hole in the wall, watching the sun melt into the ocean. It's everything you've seen on Instagram but amplified. The colors are richer, the air is saltier, the feeling is deeper. But here's the secret the travel agents don't scream from the rooftops. Dubrovnik is the gateway drug. It's the spectacular opening act designed to get you hooked on Croatia. The real magic, the soul of the country, lies just beyond the horizon. And that's where the adventure truly begins. Because Croatia isn't just a coastline. It's a constellation of over 1,000 islands scattered across the sea like emeralds on blue velvet. This is where you trade the crowds for coves. You rent a small boat, you don't need a license for the little ones, and you become the captain of your own destiny for a day. Imagine cutting the engine in a secluded bay, the only sound the gentle lapping of water against the hull and the chirping of cicadas on the shore. The water is so clear it feels like you're floating in liquid air. This is not an exaggeration. You can see your own shadow on the seabed 30 feet below. Each island has its own personality, its own story to tell. There's Var, the glamorous celebrity hotspot, where megayachts line the harbor and the scent of lavender fields drifts down from the hills. Here you can sip cocktails at chic beach clubs by day, and explore the historic fortress that looms over the town for sunset, watching the sky catch fire over the Pakleni Islands. It's chic, it's vibrant, it's unapologetically beautiful. Then there's Korčula, the rumored birthplace of Marco Polo. It's like a miniature Dubrovnik, a perfectly preserved medieval town surrounded by lush vineyards and olive groves. You can spend an afternoon tasting crisp, local white wines like Pazip and GRK. Wines you've probably never heard of and will never forget. You can get lost in its herringbone-patterned streets, designed to catch the cool summer breeze, and feel like you've stepped back in time. But for a true escape, there's Vis. This was a military base until the early 90s, completely closed off to foreigners. Because of that, it feels like it's been preserved in amber. It's rugged, it's authentic, it's the Croatia of yesterday. You'll find fishermen mending their nets in the harbor. You'll eat at family-run restaurants called canobas, where the menu is whatever they caught that morning, grilled to perfection with local olive oil, garlic, and parsley. It's simple, it's honest, and it might just be the best meal of your life. This is the island experience that changes you. It's the freedom to explore, to discover, to find your own private piece of paradise. Now, you might think Croatia is just about the sun and the sea. That's a rookie mistake. Because if you travel just a few hours inland, you'll find something that looks like it was ripped from the pages of a fantasy novel. I'm talking about Plitvice Lakes National Park. This place is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and honestly, that feels like an understatement. It's a geological miracle. A series of 16 terraced lakes, connected by a network of breathtaking waterfalls and cascades. And the water, oh, the water. It's a spectrum of colors you didn't know existed in nature. From vibrant turquoise to deep emerald and shimmering azure, changing with the light and the minerals in the water. You don't just look at it from a distance. You walk through it. A network of wooden boardwalks snakes and weaves its way just inches above the water's surface. You are literally walking over waterfalls, surrounded by the thunderous roar of rushing water and the misty spray on your face. It feels like you've been transported to another planet, to a place like Pandora from Avatar. It is a sensory overload in the best possible way. Pro tip: the tour buses arrive around 10 a.m. and leave by 3 p.m. Get there at sunrise when the park opens, or stay until sunset. For a few precious hours, you'll have this natural wonder almost to yourself. And the experience is nothing short of spiritual. So you have the history, you have the islands, you have the otherworldly nature. What's the catch? That's the craziest part. There isn't one. Especially when it comes to your wallet. Let's be brutally honest. A European summer vacation can feel financially ruinous. A trip to the Amalfi Coast or the Greek islands can leave your bank account looking like a war zone. But Croatia exists in this magical sweet spot. It offers that same 5-star Mediterranean experience for a fraction of the cost. Your dollar doesn't just stretch here, it does yoga. We're talking about a world-class seafood dinner for two with a bottle of local wine right on the water, for what you'd pay for a couple of burgers and beers back home. We're talking about beautiful, clean, modern apartments on Airbnb with stunning sea views for under $150 a night. You can charter a private boat for a day for what it would cost for a nice dinner in Mykonos. It's the affordability that gets you there, but it's the vibe that makes you want to stay forever. The people are warm and proud. There's a relaxed, life is good energy that's infectious. It's incredibly safe. You can walk around late at night without a care in the world. And maybe most importantly for Americans looking for a real vacation, it's a place where you can genuinely disconnect. It forces you to slow down, to savor the moment, to appreciate the simple things. A perfect sunset, a refreshing swim, a delicious meal. Croatia isn't just trending because of a TV show. It's trending because it delivers on every single promise. It's the perfect blend of ancient history and stunning natural beauty, of adventure and relaxation, of luxury and unbelievable value. It's the Europe you've always dreamed of, without the crowds and the crippling price tag. It's the secret that's finally out. And that, my friends, is why it's our number 3 destination. But what if you're looking for something different? What if you want to trade ancient stones and turquoise seas for towering peaks and a culture that feels a world away, yet is closer than you think? Our number 2 destination takes us to a land of giants, a place of vibrant colors and flavors that will ignite your senses, and a spirit of adventure that's woven into the very fabric of its mountains and its people. That destination is Peru, a country that feels like a dozen different worlds packed into one. When I say a land of giants, I'm not just talking about the Andes, those colossal snow-dusted peaks that pierce the sky and form the very spine of South America. I'm talking about the giants of history, of mystery, and of human ingenuity. Imagine flying in a tiny propeller plane over a bone-dry desert, a landscape so vast and empty it feels like the surface of another planet. And then you see them, etched into the earth so enormous they can only be truly appreciated from the heavens. A spider, a monkey with a swirling tail, a hummingbird with a wingspan longer than a football field. These are the Nazca lines, gargantuan geoglyphs carved by an ancient civilization for reasons we still can't fully comprehend. Were they a celestial calendar? A message to the gods? Landing strips for ancient astronauts? The mystery itself is part of the magic, the feeling that you're witnessing something that defies simple explanation, a secret whispered from the ancient world directly to you. This sense of profound history is everywhere in Peru, but nowhere is it more tangible, more alive, than in the city of Cusco. this isn't just a gateway to Machu Picchu. It's the historic capital of the Inca Empire, the navel of the world. And walking through its streets is like time traveling. You'll run your hand along a wall of immense, perfectly fitted stones, placed with such precision by Inca masons centuries ago that you can't slip a credit card between them. And sitting directly on top of that incredible foundation, you'll see a Spanish colonial church with ornate balconies and a bell tower. It's a stunning, sometimes jarring visual metaphor for the country's entire history. One civilization literally built on top of another. The air in Cusco is thin and crisp. You're at over 11,000 feet, and you feel it, but it's electric. You'll see local women in vibrant, multi-layered skirts leading llamas through cobblestone plazas. You'll hear the melodies of panpipes drifting from a hidden courtyard. You'll smell roasting street corn and the rich aroma of coca tea, the local remedy for the altitude, which, by the way, you should sip slowly and often. Cusco isn't a ruin. It's a living museum where the past isn't just remembered, it's part of the daily rhythm of life. But Peru's allure isn't just locked in its ancient stones. It's exploding in its modern kitchens. For years, Americans have looked to Italy or France for a world-class culinary vacation. Well, I'm telling you, the new epicenter of global cuisine is Lima. Forget everything you think you know about South American food. Lima is a city that will recalibrate your taste buds. It's a coastal metropolis, a melting pot of cultures, and it has more restaurants on the world's 50 best list than New York or Paris. The star of the show, of course, is ceviche. But this isn't the sad, soupy stuff you might find at a resort buffet. This is an art form. Chunks of the freshest fish, caught just hours before, are flash-cured in a zesty, fiery concoction of lime juice, chili, and onion called leche de tigre, or tiger's milk. It's so fresh it's practically vibrating with flavor. It's a dish that tastes like the Pacific Ocean in a bowl. But Lima's genius goes so much deeper. It's a city of fusion. You have Nikkei cuisine, a mind-blowing marriage of Peruvian ingredients and Japanese techniques. Think tiradito, sashimi-grade fish sliced thin and bathed in a spicy sauce, or maki rolls filled with avocado and crispy fried shrimp. Then there's chifa, the soulful, hearty food born from a century of Chinese immigration. It's the ultimate comfort food. Lomo saltado, a smoky stir-fry of beef, onions, and tomatoes, served with both rice and French fries on the same plate. It makes no sense, and yet it is perfect. In a single day in Lima, you can have a breakfast of sweet potato donuts called picarones, a lunch of life-altering ceviche at a hole-in-the-wall cevicheria, and a dinner at a world-renowned restaurant that deconstructs Amazonian fruits into edible art. It is, without exaggeration, one of the most exciting places to eat on the planet right now. And then, there is the pilgrimage, the reason so many of us dream of Peru in the first place. Machu Picchu. Let's be honest, we've all seen the photo a million times. It's on screensavers in travel magazines on our friend's Instagram feed. It's so iconic, so famous that a part of you might wonder, is it overrated? Can it possibly live up to the hype? The answer unequivocally is no. It shatters the hype, because a picture can't capture the scale. It can't capture the feeling of the clouds swirling below you, parting like a curtain to reveal the impossible city in the sky. It can't capture the sheer audacity of it. The Incas built this masterpiece of engineering, this sacred sanctuary of terraces, temples, and astronomical observatories, on a narrow ridge between two jagged peaks, without the wheel, without iron tools. How? Why? Standing there looking out over the sun gate as the first rays of light hit the polished stones, you don't just see a ruin. You feel the power, the spirituality, the genius of a lost world. Getting there is part of the magic. For the truly adventurous, there's the multi-day Inca Trail, a challenging trek that follows the footsteps of the ancients through breathtaking mountain passes. But you don't have to be a hardcore hiker. You can take a spectacular train ride that winds through the sacred valley, following the roaring Urubamba River as the landscape transforms from arid highlands to lush, green cloud forest. The journey itself builds the anticipation, so that when you finally step out and see it, the full panorama of Machu Picchu laid out before you, it's a genuine, soul-stirring revelation. It's a place that makes you feel both incredibly small in the face of such history and grandeur, and incredibly alive and grateful to be witnessing it. From the mysterious giants carved in its deserts to the culinary giants redefining its cities, and the architectural giants who built an empire in the clouds, Peru is a destination that doesn't just show you a new place, it shows you a new perspective on what's possible. It's a journey for the senses, the soul, and the stomach, and it is absolutely trending for a reason. But what if you're looking for something completely different? What if you want to trade ancient ruins for modern marvels, and mountain air for the scent of cherry blossoms and neon lights? Our number one destination is a place where timeless tradition and hyper-futuristic innovation don't just coexist, they dance. That place is Japan. And right now, for Americans, it's not just a destination. It's a revelation. For years, Japan felt like a beautiful, intricate puzzle box. Pristine, fascinating, but maybe a little out of reach, a little too expensive for the average 2-week vacation. But the world has shifted on its axis, and a perfect storm of circumstances has catapulted Japan to the absolute top of every savvy traveler's list. The biggest factor? The currency. The exchange rate is the most favorable it has been for Americans in decades. Suddenly, that life-changing bowl of ramen, the bullet train ticket, the stay in a traditional ryokan, it's all more affordable than it's been in our lifetime. This isn't a 10% discount. This is a fundamental change in the value proposition of visiting one of the most incredible countries on Earth. It's like the entire nation has gone on sale, but the quality, the service, the experience, that remains priceless. So you land in Tokyo. Forget everything you think you know about a big city. Tokyo isn't just a city. It's a sprawling galaxy of interconnected cities, each with its own distinct gravity and atmosphere. Your journey begins, as it does for so many, in Shibuya. You emerge from the station and step into a scene straight out of Blade Runner. You're standing on the edge of the world's most famous intersection, the Shibuya Scramble. It's not just a crosswalk. It's a living, breathing organism. A silent, orderly army of thousands of people. Businessmen in sharp suits, students in impossibly cool street fashion, tourists with wide eyes, all waiting. The lights change and the world moves. You're swept into a human river, flowing under a canyon of colossal video screens flashing advertisements for things you don't understand but desperately want. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. The pulse of modern Japan concentrated into a single electrifying moment. From Shibuya's organized chaos, you dive into the neon-drenched labyrinth of Shinjuku. By day, it's a hub of commerce, with the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building offering staggering and free panoramic views of the city. But by night, Shinjuku transforms. The main streets are rivers of light, but the real magic is hidden in the alleyways. You find a tiny doorway and enter Omoid Yokocho, affectionately known as Piss Alley, a relic of post-war Tokyo. The air is thick with the smoke and savory scent of yakitori grilling over charcoal. You squeeze onto a stool in a stall that seats maybe 6 people, shoulder to shoulder with locals, and point at a skewer of chicken that will change your perception of what grilled chicken can be. A few blocks away is Golden Gai, another time capsule. A network of 6 narrow alleys packed with over 200 miniature bars, some so small they feel like someone's walk-in closet. Each one has a unique theme, a distinct personality, and a bartender who might just become your best friend for the next hour. This is the dance of Tokyo, towering skyscrapers and world-class department stores standing guard over these tiny, intimate pockets of history and human connection. But the future is always calling. You venture to Akihabara, the electric town. This is the epicenter of otaku culture. Arcades, some 7 stories high, blast a symphony of electronic music. The claw machines aren't filled with cheap stuffed animals. They're filled with high-quality, collectible anime figurines. Entire buildings are dedicated to manga, retro video games, and electronics you never knew you needed. It's a vibrant, sometimes bizarre, and utterly fascinating dive into the heart of Japan's pop culture obsessions. And for an experience that truly feels like stepping into the 22nd century, you visit TeamLab Borderless. This isn't an art museum. It's a universe. You walk through rooms of infinite, responsive crystal lights, wander through fields of digital flowers that bloom and wilt around you, and interact with art that flows from one room to the next, untethered by frames or walls. It's an immersive, mind-bending journey that redefines what art can be, and your Instagram feed will never be the same. Now let's talk about the food, because in Japan, food isn't just sustenance, it's a religion. Tokyo has more Michelin-starred restaurants than any other city on the planet. You can have a meal that costs $1,000, prepared by a master who has dedicated 60 years of his life to perfecting a single dish. But the true miracle of Japanese cuisine is that you can also have a $10 bowl of ramen in a tiny shop, served by a guy in a headband. That will be one of the most sublime and memorable culinary experiences of your life. The broth, simmered for days, is so complex it feels like it holds the secrets of the universe. The noodles have the perfect bite. The soft-boiled egg is a creamy molten treasure. This dedication to perfection extends to everything. You'll go to a convenience store, a 7-Eleven, and buy an onigiri, a simple rice ball. And it will be fresh, delicious, and meticulously packaged. Their famous egg salad sandwich is a cult favorite for a reason. It's a culture where excellence is the baseline, not the exception. And the vending machines. There are more vending machines in Japan per capita than anywhere else on Earth, selling everything from hot coffee in a can and cold beer to full-blown meals and mysterious local delicacies. It's a testament to the country's obsession with convenience and quality. Just when you think you're fully immersed in this futuristic metropolis, Tokyo reveals its ancient heart. You take the subway to Asakusa, and it feels like you've traveled back in time 400 years. You walk through the Kaminaramen, the Thunder Gate, with its colossal red lantern, and approach Sensoji, Tokyo's oldest temple. The air is thick with the fragrant smoke of incense, which worshippers waft over themselves for good health. The Nakamaizudori, the street leading to the temple, is a bustling market filled with traditional sweets, crafts, and souvenirs. It's a riot of color, sound, and energy, a living piece of history. For a moment of pure tranquility, you visit Meiji Jingu. This shrine is dedicated to the deified spirits of Emperor Meiji and his wife, Empress Shokin. But what's truly astonishing is that this serene, sacred space is surrounded by a dense forest of over 100,000 trees, planted by hand a century ago. You walk down the wide gravel path, under the shade of the massive canopy, and the noise of one of the world's busiest cities simply melts away. You feel a profound sense of peace. You might even be lucky enough to witness a traditional Shinto wedding procession, a silent, graceful parade of priests, shrine maidens, and the beautifully adorned bride and groom. It's in these moments you understand the soul of Japan. This deep reverence for nature, for tradition, for quiet contemplation, exists right alongside the neon glow of Shinjuku. It's not a contradiction, it's a harmony. This is all part of a concept called omotenashi, Japan's unique, deeply ingrained culture of hospitality. It's more than just good service. It's an unspoken, selfless desire to take care of your guests, to anticipate their needs before they even arise. You'll feel it when a shopkeeper wraps your small purchase with the care of a precious jewel, when a train conductor bows to the entire car before exiting, when you leave your phone on a cafe table and return an hour later to find it waiting exactly where you left it. It's this foundation of trust, respect, and incredible safety that makes traveling through Japan so profoundly relaxing and enjoyable. And the beauty of using Tokyo as your base is that the rest of the country is just a train ride away. You can take an easy day trip to Hakone, a stunning mountain resort town in the crater of a volcano. You'll ride a ropeway over a steaming volcanic valley, where you can eat a kuro tamago, an egg hard-boiled in the sulfuric hot springs that turns its shell jet black. Legend says eating one adds 7 years to your life. You'll take a cruise across the beautiful Lake Ashi on a bizarrely decorated pirate ship, and on a clear day you'll be rewarded with the most breathtaking, iconic view in all of Japan, the perfect snow-capped cone of Mount Fuji, rising majestically in the distance. It's a sight that will stop you in your tracks and sear itself into your memory forever. Japan is a country that constantly subverts your expectations. It's a place where you can experience the future, touch the past, and eat better than you ever have in your life, all in the same day. But navigating this incredible country, with its unique customs and complex transportation systems, can seem daunting. How do you master the art of the train system? What are the unwritten rules of etiquette you absolutely need to know? And how do you order that life-changing bowl of ramen when you don't speak a word of Japanese? That's where the real adventure begins. Let's start with the beast, the Japanese train system. When you first look at a Tokyo subway map, it looks less like a transportation grid and more like a plate of spaghetti dropped on the floor by a cyborg. It's an intimidating web of colors, numbers, and names you can't pronounce. And the fear is real. You imagine yourself lost on the wrong train, heading to a distant suburb at midnight. But here's the secret. It's not a beast. It's a beautifully choreographed ballet, and you just need to learn the steps. First, your golden ticket. The one thing you absolutely must get before you leave the United States is the Japan Rail Pass, or JR Pass. Think of this as your all-access pass to the country. It gives you unlimited travel on the vast majority of Japan rail lines, which includes the legendary Shinkansen, the bullet trains. These aren't just trains. They are 200-mile-per-hour silver arrows that connect the entire country with mind-boggling punctuality. If your train is scheduled for 9:47, it leaves at 9:47, not 9:48. The JR Pass turns an expensive country into an affordable one, allowing you to zip from Tokyo to Kyoto to Hiroshima, without buying individual tickets that would cost a fortune. It's the single best investment for a first-time visitor. But the JR Pass only covers JR lines. What about the private subway lines in a city like Tokyo? For that, you need a different tool. As soon as you land at the airport, go to a ticket machine and get an IC card. It'll be called a Suica or Pasmo, it doesn't matter which one you get, they work everywhere. This is your magic wand. It's a rechargeable tap-and-go card. You load it with a few thousand yen and then you just tap it on the gate to enter the subway, tap it to get on a bus, tap it to buy a drink from a vending machine, and even tap it to pay for snacks at a 7-Eleven. It eliminates the nightmare of fumbling for the right change or trying to figure out complex fare charts. So you have your JR Pass for the big journeys and your IC card for the city. What's the final piece of the puzzle? The one you already have in your pocket? Google Maps. In Japan, Google Maps is a miracle. You type in your destination and it doesn't just give you a route. It tells you exactly which train line to take, what platform number to stand on, the exact departure time, how many stops until you get off, and which exit to use at the station. It even tells you which train car to board for the easiest transfer. It turns that spaghetti monster of a map into a simple step-by-step instruction manual. With these three things, the JR Pass and IC card and Google Maps, you are invincible. You've just hacked the world's most complex and efficient transit system. But mastering the logistics is only half the battle. Japan operates on a social software of unspoken rules and deep-seated etiquette that can feel just as complex as the train map. But again, it's simpler than you think, and it all boils down to one concept: respect for others. Let's go back to the train. You'll notice something strange. A train car packed with hundreds of people during rush hour can be almost completely silent. People aren't talking on their phones. They aren't having loud conversations. The space is shared, and so is the peace and quiet. This is your first lesson. Be mindful of your volume. In public spaces, especially enclosed ones like trains and buses, quiet is the default. Next, the bow. You'll see it everywhere. A clerk hands you your change and they bow. A train conductor enters your car and they bow. You don't need to become an expert in the precise angles of bowing. But a simple, respectful nod of the head in return is a powerful gesture. It's a nonverbal way of saying, "I see you, I thank you, I respect you." It costs you nothing and shows you're making an effort. Now let's talk money. This one is huge for Americans. Tipping is not a thing in Japan. I repeat, do not tip. It's not expected, it's not required, and in many cases, it can be seen as confusing or even a little insulting, as if you're suggesting they aren't paid a fair wage for their excellent service. The price on the bill is the final price. The impeccable service you receive is just the standard, built into the culture. So put your wallet away. Enjoy the freedom. While we're on money, be aware that despite being a futuristic society, Japan is still a cash-heavy culture. Many small noodle shops, street food stalls, and local markets only take yen. Your best bet for getting cash is not a currency exchange booth, but the ATM inside any 7-Eleven. They work with almost all foreign cards and are everywhere. Finally, a simple one: your shoes. When you enter a temple, a traditional restaurant, or someone's home, you will almost always be expected to take off your shoes at the entrance. There will usually be a small step up called a genkan, which signals the transition from outside to inside. You'll often be given a pair of slippers to wear. Following this simple rule is a massive sign of respect. It's about not tracking the dirt of the outside world into a clean, personal space. Okay, you've got your transportation down. You know the basic rules of social conduct. Now for the main event. How do you order that life-changing bowl of ramen when the menu is a wall of beautiful but indecipherable characters? You might be picturing an awkward game of charades with a confused chef. But the Japanese have already solved this problem with a system of pure genius. Walk up to many classic ramen or soba shops, and the first thing you'll see, either outside or just inside the door, is a vending machine. But this isn't for sodas. It's for ordering your food. The machine will have buttons with pictures and prices for every dish. You insert your cash, you press the button for the big, beautiful bowl of tonkatsu ramen with the perfect-looking egg, and the machine spits out a little ticket. You then walk inside, hand the ticket to the chef behind the counter, often without saying a single word, and a few minutes later, a steaming, perfect bowl of noodles is placed in front of you. It's brilliant. It's efficient. And it requires zero Japanese language skills. For places that don't have a ticket machine, they have another solution: hyper-realistic plastic food models in the window display. These aren't cheap-looking toys. They are works of art, perfectly replicating every single item on the menu. The strategy here is even simpler. You just take the waiter outside, point to the plastic model of what you want, smile, and say the one magic phrase you need. Kore kudasai. It means, this one please. That's it. You've just successfully ordered a meal. And when that meal comes, especially if it's noodles, embrace the slurp. In the United States, slurping is considered rude. In Japan, it's a compliment. It shows you are thoroughly enjoying your food. It also serves a practical purpose. It cools down the hot noodles as you eat them and aerates the broth, enhancing the flavor. So go ahead, make some noise. It means you're doing it right. You've gone from being intimidated by the culture to actively participating in it. You've mastered the trains. You understand the etiquette. You can order food like a local. The initial barriers that seemed so high have melted away, replaced by a feeling of confidence and excitement. But navigating the cities is one thing. What about escaping them? What happens when you leave the neon glow of Tokyo and the ancient temples of Kyoto behind? Where do you find the real soul of Japan, the hidden gems that most tourists fly right over? We're about to go off the beaten path, to a place of volcanic hot springs, mystical forests, and a culinary scene that will redefine everything you thought you knew about Japanese food. The journey from tourist to traveler starts now. And that journey takes us to Japan's third largest island, a place of raw, untamed beauty that most itineraries completely miss, Kyushu. Forget the neon-drenched streets of Tokyo for a moment. Put the serene temples of Kyoto on pause. We're heading south to the cradle of Japanese civilization, an island forged by fire and steeped in a history so deep it feels mythical. This isn't just another stop on a tour. This is an immersion. For years, the golden route of Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka has been the default for American travelers. But a shift is happening. The dollar is stronger against the yen than it's been in decades, making Japan more accessible than ever. And discerning travelers are starting to ask, what's next? Where can I find the real Japan, away from the crowds? The answer, whispered in travel forums and splashed across insider blogs, is Kyushu. This is where you trade the bullet train for a scenic local railway, winding through volcanic landscapes that look like they were painted by a master artist. This is where you find a Japan that is both ancient and intensely alive. Our first stop is the heart of the island, and I mean that literally. We're going to the caldera of Mount Aso, one of the largest active volcanoes in the world. Getting there is an adventure in itself. You ascend through rolling green hills dotted with grazing cows and horses, a pastoral scene that feels almost Swiss, until you see it, the steam. Plumes of white vapor rising from the earth, a constant reminder of the immense power churning just beneath your feet. Standing on the rim of the Nakadaki crater is a humbling, almost primal experience. You're not just looking at a landmark, you're staring into the planet's engine room. The landscape is stark, lunar, painted in shades of charcoal, rust, and sulfur yellow. The air smells sharp, clean, and faintly of minerals. You can feel a low, deep thrumming, the very heartbeat of the earth. This isn't a passive, behind-the-glass viewing. This is a raw sensory overload. It recalibrates your sense of scale, reminding you just how small we are in the face of nature's awesome power. It's a moment of profound clarity that no city skyline can ever offer. But the volcanic power of Kyushu isn't just for observation, it's for participation. And that brings us to the soul of Japanese wellness culture, the onsen, the hot spring. And there is no place on earth more synonymous with onsen than the city of Beppu. Driving into Beppu is surreal. Steam billows from vents and pipes all over the city. It rises from the grates in the sidewalk, from the hillsides, from the rooftops. It looks like the entire city is gently simmering. Beppu is home to the famous Hells of Beppu, a series of spectacular hot springs for viewing, not bathing. You have the Chinoike Jigaku, the Blood Pond Hell, with its startlingly red, iron-rich water, and the Umi Jigaku, the Sea Hell, a vast pool of boiling cobalt blue water that looks deceptively cool and inviting. It's a geological freak show in the best possible way. But the real magic of Kyushu's onsen culture lies in the smaller, more intimate towns, like Kurikawa Onsen. Tucked away in a forested valley, Kurikawa is the antithesis of a bustling resort. It's a town dedicated to the art of relaxation. Here you get a special wooden pass that allows you to onsen hop, visiting 3 different outdoor baths, or Rotenburo, of your choice. You don a traditional yukata robe and get a sandals and stroll along the river that runs through the town, from one steaming mineral-rich pool to another. Imagine this, you're submerged in silky geothermally heated water, surrounded by the whisper of a bamboo forest, with a cool evening breeze on your face as you gaze up at a sky full of stars. This is more than a bath. It's a ritual. It's a form of meditation that dissolves stress, soothes tired muscles, and connects you back to the natural world in the most profound way. It's an experience so deeply Japanese, it will change your entire perspective on what it means to relax. And from the soothing waters, we dive headfirst into the fire of Kyushu's culinary scene. The island is a powerhouse of Japanese cuisine, a place of pilgrimage for foodies. And it all starts in the city of Fukuoka, the undisputed ramen capital of Japan. This is the birthplace of tonkatsu ramen, with its rich, creamy, opaque pork bone broth, simmered for hours, sometimes days, until it becomes a deeply savory umami-packed elixir. But you don't go to a fancy restaurant for the best stuff. No, you go to the yatai. These are open-air food stalls that pop up along the river every evening, seating only a handful of people at a time. You squeeze onto a stool, shoulder to shoulder with locals, and watch the master at work, steam billowing around him. He expertly dunks noodles, pours the soul-coating broth, and tops it with perfectly tender slices of chashu pork, a soft-boiled egg, and crisp green onions. The first sip of that broth is a revelation. It's complex, it's comforting, it's a hug in a bowl. Eating at a yatai isn't just about the food, it's about the atmosphere. The chatter, the laughter, the shared experience under the glow of a single lantern. It's community. It's connection. It's the real flavor of the city. But Kyushu's culinary story goes so much deeper than ramen. In Kumamoto, the adventurous can try basashi, thinly sliced, high-quality raw horse meat, which has a surprisingly delicate, lean flavor. Then there's Nagasaki, a port city with a long history of international trade. This is where you'll find one of Japan's most beloved sweets, the castella cake. Introduced by Portuguese merchants in the 16th century, this simple sponge cake has been perfected over generations. It's impossibly moist with a dark caramelized crust and a subtle honey sweetness. It's a delicious bite of history, a testament to Kyushu's role as a gateway between Japan and the rest of the world. From the world's best ramen to the surprising delicacy of horse sashimi, and the sweet legacy of Portuguese traders, Kyushu doesn't just feed you. It tells you its story, one unforgettable bite at a time. This island isn't just off the beaten path. It's a completely different journey. It's a trip that engages all your senses, from the thrum of a volcano under your feet to the soul-warming broth of a perfect bowl of ramen. But our journey into the world's most trending destinations doesn't stop here. There's a place where ancient history isn't just in museums. It's the very ground you walk on. A land of sun-drenched islands, impossibly blue water, and a philosophy of life that Americans are starting to crave more than ever. We're about to trade the rituals of Japan for the myths of the Mediterranean. Our number one trending destination isn't just a place. It's an idea. It's Greece. And the reason Americans are flocking there in record numbers has almost nothing to do with those perfect blue dome churches you see on Instagram. I mean, yes, they're there and they are stunning, but that's just the cover of the book. The story, the reason for the pilgrimage, is found in two simple words: siga siga. It means slowly, slowly. But it's so much more than a phrase. It's a philosophy. It's the gentle permission to savor, to breathe, to exist without the crushing weight of the next item on your to-do list. In a culture where we optimize our sleep, biohack our mornings, and schedule our relaxation, the Greek concept of just being feels like a revolution. It's the antidote to the burnout we didn't even realize was poisoning us. And that is the real product Americans are flying across the world to buy. For decades, the Greek fantasy was a two-stop trip. Mykonos for the party, Santorini for the romance. And while those islands are still titans of tourism, the new wave of American travelers is smarter. They've realized that chasing the perfect photo on an overcrowded cliffside in OIA is the exact opposite of siga siga. It's the American hustle, just with a better view. The real trend, the secret that's bubbling up on travel forums and in whispered conversations, is about exploring the other Greece. The Greece of 1,000 islands and a mainland so rich with history, it makes Rome look like a recent development. Let's start with the new king of the Greek islands, Crete. If Greece were a country, Crete would be its own continent. This is the largest of the Greek islands, a rugged, magnificent world of its own. It's the birthplace of Zeus and the cradle of Europe's first advanced civilization, the Minoans. Think about that. The stories we grew up with, the myths of the Minotaur and the Labyrinth, weren't just stories. They happened here beneath your feet. You can stand in the ruins of the Palace of Knossos and feel the hum of a society that thrived 4,000 years ago. But Crete isn't a museum. It's alive. You can spend the morning hiking the breathtaking Samaria Gorge, a 10-mile trek through a canyon of raw, natural power, and by the afternoon be swimming in the crystal-clear, turquoise waters of the Libyan Sea. You can visit Below's Lagoon, with its otherworldly white sands and shallow, warm pools, or the pink sand beaches of Elafanasai. And the food in Crete is a revelation. This is the home of the true Mediterranean diet. Forget the version you read about in a health magazine. Here it's a way of life. It's eating tomatoes that taste like sunshine, drizzled with golden green olive oil pressed from the grove you passed on the drive up the mountain. It's fresh-caught octopus grilled over charcoal, tender and smoky. It's creamy, salty Mizithra cheese on a slice of rustic bread. And a shot of raki, the local firewater, shared with a taverna owner whose family has been feeding travelers for generations. In Crete, a meal isn't a transaction. It's a 3-hour celebration of family, place, and flavor. But what if you want to escape the island-hopping crowds entirely? The biggest secret in Greek travel right now isn't an island at all. It's the Peloponnese. This is the vast, myth-soaked peninsula hanging off the Greek mainland. This is where the legends lived. It's where Hercules performed his labors, where King Agamemnon launched his 1,000 ships for Troy, and where the first Olympic Games were held. Driving through the Peloponnese is like driving through the pages of a history book. You can stand in the very stadium at Olympia where athletes competed for glory nearly 3,000 years ago. You can walk through the Lion Gate at Mycenae, a fortress so immense that the ancient Greeks believed it was built by the Cyclopes. You can sit in the ancient theater of Epidaurus, a marvel of acoustics where a coin dropped in the center can be heard in the very last row. And the best part? You'll often have these world-changing sights almost to yourself. The Peloponnese offers the grandeur of mainland Italy without the crowds or the price tag. You can explore charming seaside towns like Nafplio, with its Venetian fortresses and bougainvillea-draped alleys, or find hidden, pristine beaches along the Mani Peninsula, a wild and beautiful region of stone tower houses and sapphire coves. Here your dollar stretches further, the welcome feels warmer, and the connection to the past is profoundly, undeniably real. This is the new Greek travel equation. It's about trading the queue for the quiet. It's about understanding that the true luxury isn't a 5-star hotel, but an afternoon spent under an olive tree, sharing a bottle of wine with no agenda other than watching the sun dip into the Aegean. It's about the realization that for 2 weeks your only job is to swim, to eat, to walk, and to talk. The Greek people have weathered economic crises, ancient invasions, and the relentless march of time. And through it all, they've held on to this fundamental understanding of what makes a life good: connection. Connection to family, to food, to the sea, and to the stories that shape the world. When Americans go to Greece today, they're not just looking for a vacation. They're on a quest. They're searching for a piece of that siga to bring home with them. It's a souvenir that doesn't fit in a suitcase. It's the memory of a slower rhythm, a reminder that the most meaningful moments in life are rarely the most productive. It's the radical idea that maybe, just maybe, the whole point is to simply enjoy the journey. From the ancient, sun-baked cradle of Western civilization, we now leap to a destination that feels like it's from another planet entirely. A place forged not by philosophers and poets, but by the raw, untamable power of the earth itself. We're trading the warm Mediterranean for the frigid North Atlantic, to explore a land of fire and ice that is rewriting the rulebook for adventure. And here in Iceland, the rules are written in basalt and steam. The moment you step off the plane, you feel it. The air is different. It's not just cold, it's crystalline. It's so pure it feels like you're breathing for the very first time. The landscape, visible even from the airport, is alien. Moss-covered lava fields stretch for miles, a wrinkled ancient green skin over jagged black rock. There are no trees to soften the horizon. There's just you, the wind, and a profound, humbling sense of scale. This isn't just a destination. It's a geological event you get to walk through. For years, Iceland was the cool, edgy stopover on the way to Europe. But now it's the main event. And the reason is simple. The island is putting on a show. The recent volcanic activity on the Reykjanes Peninsula is a raw, visceral reminder that our planet is not a static rock, but a living, breathing, and sometimes explosive entity. Travelers aren't just coming to see the sights. They're coming to witness creation. They're coming to feel the heat of new earth beneath their feet, to see the steam rising from cooling lava flows. It's a front-row seat to the most powerful force in the universe, and it has created an urgency, a feeling that you need to see Iceland now before it changes again. But before you chase the volcanic glow, you have to understand the island's pulse. And that journey begins with the legendary Golden Circle, Now, this isn't just a 3-stop tourist loop. It's a crash course in Earth-shaping 101. First, there's Ingvellir National Park. And yes, it's visually stunning. A vast rift valley carved by millennia of geology. But its real power is what you can't see. This is the literal dividing line between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. You are walking in a no-man's land between continents. You can physically place one hand on a rock that is, for all intents and purposes, part of North America, and the other on Europe, as they drift apart at the speed your fingernails grow. It's also the birthplace of Iceland's parliament, the Althing, established by Vikings over 1,000 years ago. Standing here, you feel the weight of both human history and geological time pressing in on you. It is profoundly humbling. From the quiet tension of the Rift Valley, you drive into the heart of Iceland's geothermal power. The Hakadalur Valley, home of the geysers. This is where the earth exhales. You see the famous Strákar, not as a constant fountain, but as a shimmering turquoise pool of water breathing. It pulses, swells, and recedes. You stand with a crowd, cameras ready, in a silence filled with anticipation. Then the water domes a brilliant blue bubble, before it explodes 200 feet into the air with a roar and a hiss. A column of boiling water and steam that vanishes as quickly as it appeared. You're not watching a water feature. You're witnessing the raw plumbing of the planet. The final jewel of the Golden Circle is Gullfoss, the Golden Falls. And nothing prepares you for it. You hear it before you see it, a low, constant thunder. Then you crest a hill and the ground just disappears. A massive river, the Hvida, simply vanishes into a deep 2-tiered crevice in the earth. The sheer volume of water is staggering. On a sunny day, the thick mist creates a permanent rainbow, arching over the canyon. You can walk along the path, so close you feel the spray on your face, the ground vibrating under your feet. It's a display of such immense, untamable power that you understand instantly why ancient Icelanders believed these places were the homes of gods and giants. But Iceland's story isn't just told in the interior. To truly understand its soul, you have to drive the south coast. This is where the fire and ice truly collide. You'll drive past volcanoes capped with glaciers, their white peaks looming over green farmland. And then you reach the waterfalls. Seljalandsfoss is first, a graceful ribbon of water tumbling over a cliff. But its magic isn't in looking at it. It's in the muddy path that leads you behind it. Standing in the cavern behind the falls, watching the world through a shimmering curtain of water, is a surreal, almost spiritual experience. A few miles down the road is its bigger, more aggressive brother Skogafoss. This is a perfect 200-foot-tall rectangle of pure power. It crashes down with such force that it generates a constant billowing cloud of mist, and on any day the sun is out, it's framed by a perfect, vibrant double rainbow. Legend says a Viking buried a chest of gold in a cave behind the falls, and for a moment, staring into that thunderous wall of water, you absolutely believe it. Then the landscape changes again. The green fields give way to a stark, black desert, and you arrive at Rianistra, the world-famous black sand beach. This is not a place for sunbathing. This is a place of mythic, Gothic beauty. The sand is crushed volcanic rock, as black as midnight. Out of the sand rise colossal columns of basalt, formed by cooling lava, so perfectly hexagonal they look like they were carved by an ancient civilization. They call it the organ pipes of the Atlantic. And just offshore, the Reynisdrangar sea stacks, jagged spires of black rock, jut out of the violent surf. Folklore says they are trolls turned to stone by the rising sun. You have to be careful here. The waves are notoriously unpredictable, and the pull of the North Atlantic is unforgiving. It's a beach that commands respect, a place that feels wild and dangerous and impossibly beautiful all at once. Just when you think you've seen the most incredible sight of your life, you keep driving east, and you arrive at Jökulsárlón, the glacier lagoon. This is where the Breiðamerkurskóg Glacier, an outlet of the largest ice cap in Europe, meets the sea, and the result is breathtaking. Giant icebergs, some the size of small buildings, break off the glacier and float serenely in a crystal-clear lagoon. The ice is 1,000 years old, compressed so tightly that it absorbs every color of the spectrum except blue, giving it an otherworldly luminous glow. You can hear the ice groaning and cracking, a sound that echoes across the water. Seals swim between the bergs, their heads popping up curiously. The icebergs slowly drift towards the ocean, where they wash up on the nearby black sand beach. And this is Diamond Beach. The contrast of the translucent, jewel-like ice against the jet-black sand is one of the most stunning sights on the planet. You can walk among these ice sculptures, each one a temporary masterpiece, glittering in the sun before it melts back into the ocean. It's a beautiful, poignant reminder of the constant, cyclical nature of this incredible island. It's a landscape that is simultaneously ancient and brand new, a place that is always in the process of becoming. We've walked between continents and stood behind waterfalls, but to truly connect with a destination, you have to taste it, you have to live it. And Iceland's story doesn't end with its landscapes. The real surprise is how this harsh, unforgiving environment has forged a culture that is warm, creative, and fiercely innovative. We need to go beyond the ring road, beyond the postcards, to discover the true heart of Iceland. We've seen the raw power of the earth, but now it's time to see the power of the human spirit that has thrived within it. We're leaving the icebergs and volcanoes behind, to journey into a world of vibrant color, ancient rhythms, and intoxicating flavors. A place where the past isn't just remembered. It's alive, dancing in the streets and simmering in every pot. Our #1 trending destination for Americans isn't just a place on a map. It's a comeback story. It's a nation that has shed its troubled past to reveal a soul so bright, so full of life, that the rest of the world is finally taking notice. We're talking about Colombia. Now let's address the elephant in the room, because I know what some of you might be thinking. For decades, the only stories we heard about Colombia were whispered in hushed tones, stories of cartels and conflict, painted in the grim, gritty colors of a Netflix series. But to judge Colombia by that outdated narrative is like judging a butterfly by its chrysalis. It misses the entire breathtaking transformation. The story of modern Colombia isn't about what it was. It's about what it has become. One of the most welcoming, biodiverse, and profoundly joyful countries on the planet. The real danger in Colombia today isn't what you see on TV. It's the very real danger of never wanting to leave. Our journey into this reborn nation begins in the city that best embodies its incredible metamorphosis, Medellin. Once known as the most dangerous city in the world, it has since been named the most innovative. Nestled in a lush green valley, it's called the City of Eternal Spring, for its perfect year-round climate. But the real warmth comes from its people, the Paisas, whose resilience and pride have turned scars into works of art. And there is no greater canvas for this transformation than Comuna 13. This neighborhood, once a no-go zone caught in the crossfire of gangs and paramilitary groups, is now the city's vibrant, beating heart. The change began not with weapons, but with art, music, and a series of giant outdoor escalators. These escalators, a brilliant piece of public infrastructure, did more than just help residents navigate the steep hillside. They connected an isolated community to the rest of the city, bringing with them opportunity, hope, and a flood of color. To walk through Comuna 13 today is to walk through a living gallery. Every wall explodes with world-class graffiti, each mural telling a story of struggle, of peace, of a community that refused to be defined by its past. You'll see kids breakdancing on street corners, their energy infectious, their moves telling a story of a new generation claiming their future. You'll hear the rhythms of cumbia and hip-hop spill from open doorways. You'll taste mango bitch from a street vendor, a perfect mix of sweet, sour, and salty that dances on your tongue. This isn't a tourist trap. It's a testament to the power of the human spirit. It is profoundly moving, and it's an experience that will stay with you long after you've left. Beyond Comuna 13, Medellin continues to charm. You can wander through Botero Plaza, a surreal outdoor park filled with the famously plump, whimsical sculptures of Fernando Botero. You can ride the Metro Cable, a gondola system that soars over the city, offering jaw-dropping views and a real-life lesson in social urbanism. And the food? Oh, the food! You cannot leave without trying a bandeja paisa, a platter so generous it feels like a challenge. It's a carnivore's dream of grilled steak, crispy pork belly, chorizo, a fried egg, rice, beans, and avocado. It's not just a meal, it's an event. But Colombia's magic extends far beyond its innovative cities. To truly understand its soul, you have to go to the source, to the rolling, impossibly green hills of the Each Cafetero, the Coffee Triangle. This is the heartland of the world's most famous coffee, and it is a landscape plucked from a dream. Forget your chain coffee shop. Here you can stay at a traditional finca, a family-run coffee farm, where you wake up not to an alarm, but to the scent of coffee blossoms and the sound of tropical birds. The families who have worked this land for generations will welcome you not as a tourist, but as a guest. They'll walk you through the entire process, from picking the bright red coffee cherry to roasting the bean. You'll cup the coffee with the master roaster, learning to identify notes of chocolate, citrus, and caramel. You'll feel the rich soil in your hands and gain a profound appreciation for the love and labor that goes into your morning cup. It fundamentally changes your relationship with coffee forever. The undisputed jewel of the coffee triangle is the Kakra Valley. To get there, you'll likely find yourself standing on the back of a brightly colored World War II-era Jeep, called a Willy, holding on as it rumbles along winding mountain roads. The journey itself is an adventure, and then you arrive. The valley opens up before you, a surreal landscape where the world's tallest palm trees, the Quindia wax palms, pierce the clouds. They stand like slender ancient sentinels, some reaching up to 200 feet tall, dotting the vibrant green hills. Hiking through this valley feels like stepping into a Gabriel Garcia Marquez novel, a world of magical realism brought to life. You can cross rickety suspension bridges over rushing rivers, spot hummingbirds zipping through the air like iridescent jewels, and eventually, find yourself standing at a viewpoint, looking out over a scene so beautiful, so unique, it feels like it belongs on another planet. From the urban renaissance of Medellin to the pastoral dreamscape of the Kakra Valley, Colombia offers a journey of profound contrasts and deep emotional resonance. It's a country that engages all of your senses. You see the color, you hear the music, you taste the flavors, but most importantly, you feel the spirit of its people. Their warmth, their optimism, their passion for life is the country's greatest treasure. It's a reminder that beauty can grow from the hardest ground, and that the most compelling stories are always those of transformation. We've journeyed from the land of fire and ice in our third-place pick, to the vibrant, resilient heart of South America. Two destinations that offer incredible adventure and profound cultural immersion. But our final #1 trending destination for this season offers something entirely different. It's a place that redefines the very concept of an escape. It's not about seeing new sights. It's about finding a new perspective. It's an ancient world, hidden in plain sight, that promises not just a vacation, but a fundamental reset for your mind, body, and soul. A place so serene, so utterly transformative, it might just change the way you see the world. And while the Azores recalibrates your soul with the quiet power of nature, our #1 trending destination for Americans this season does something equally profound. It doesn't quiet the world down. It turns the volume up to 11, rewires your brain, and shows you a vision of the future today. It's a place that for decades has felt like a distant, almost unattainable dream for many, a pinnacle of travel that was often associated with a hefty price tag. But right now, a unique economic perfect storm has opened the floodgates, turning this dream trip into an astonishingly affordable reality. This is the year that a $10 bowl of ramen, crafted by a master with 50 years of experience, tastes better than a $50 meal back home. This is the year that immaculate, futuristic hotels become cheaper than a standard room in Orlando. This is the year Americans are flocking in unprecedented numbers to the land of bullet trains, ancient temples, and neon-drenched cityscapes. Our #1 trending travel destination for Americans is, without a doubt, Japan. Forget everything you thought you knew about the cost of visiting. For the first time in a generation, the US dollar is staggeringly strong against the Japanese yen. This isn't just a small discount. It's a fundamental shift in the travel calculus. It means that the legendary food, the hyper-efficient transport, the once-in-a-lifetime cultural experiences, are all available at a fraction of their historical cost. This isn't just a trend. It's a golden opportunity, a limited-time window to experience one of the most fascinating countries on Earth without breaking the bank. And Americans are seizing this moment. So what does this journey actually feel like? Stepping into Tokyo is like stepping into the year 2049. You arrive at an airport that runs with the silent, flawless precision of a Swiss watch. You board a train, the Shinkansen, that doesn't just travel at 200 miles per hour. It arrives at the station within, on average, 12 seconds of its scheduled time. It's the first sign you've entered a different reality, one built on a foundation of respect, efficiency, and an obsessive attention to detail. Then you emerge into the city itself. Picture this. You're standing in the middle of the Shibuya Scramble Crossing. 1,000 people, a symphony of organized chaos, move in perfect unison as the lights change. All around you, buildings are plastered with giant video screens, a cascade of light and sound that feels more like a living, breathing organism than a city block. It's overwhelming, exhilarating, and utterly captivating. Yet, just a 5-minute walk from this beautiful madness, you can duck into a narrow alleyway, a yokocho, and find a tiny 8-seat ramen bar that has been serving the same perfect recipe for 3 generations. The steam fogs up your glasses as the chef, with the focused intensity of a surgeon, places the bowl before you. In that moment, the entire universe shrinks to that one perfect, soul-warming bowl of noodles. This is the central paradox of Japan. It's the most futuristic, and yet the most traditional place on Earth, often on the very same street. You can spend a week in Tokyo and only scratch the surface. One day you're exploring the electric wonderland of Akihabara, a haven for anime and gaming culture. The next, you're finding a moment of profound peace at the Meiji Jingu Shrine, a vast forest sanctuary dedicated to an emperor, right in the heart of the world's largest metropolis. You're singing your heart out in a private karaoke booth in Shinjuku, then waking up at dawn to see the tuna auction at the Toyosu Fish Market, a spectacle of commerce that fuels the world's best sushi restaurants. But the true magic of Japan is that Tokyo is just the beginning, a 2.5-hour ride on that bullet train. A journey so smooth you can balance a coin on its edge, transports you not just across the country but back in time. You arrive in Kyoto, the former imperial capital, and the cultural soul of Japan. Here, the neon glow is replaced by the soft light of paper lanterns. Skyscrapers give way to ancient wooden temples and meticulously raked Zen gardens. This is the Japan of your imagination. Walking through the Gion district at dusk, you might catch a fleeting glimpse of a Geiko or Maiko, their faces painted a traditional white, shuffling silently in wooden sandals on their way to an appointment. It's a sight so rare and beautiful it feels like you're seeing a ghost from a bygone era. You can visit Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion, a temple literally covered in gold leaf that shimmers on the surface of a tranquil pond. You can walk through the thousands of vibrant orange torii gates at Fushimi Inari, a seemingly endless tunnel of color that snakes up a mountainside. Or you can stand in the middle of the Arashiyama bamboo grove, surrounded by towering stalks of green that creak and sway in the wind, creating a soundscape so serene it feels sacred. And let's talk about the food, because a trip to Japan is a pilgrimage for your taste buds. It's a country where food is elevated to an art form. It's not just about sushi. It's about the crispy, savory perfection of a tempura dinner in Kyoto. It's about wandering through Osaka, a city nicknamed the nation's kitchen, and eating takoyaki, searingly hot octopus balls, from a street vendor who has perfected his craft over a lifetime. It's about the delicate, multi-course art of a kaiseki meal, where every single ingredient is chosen to represent the current season. It's about the simple, profound joy of a warm triangular onigiri rice ball from a 7-Eleven, which, by the way, will be one of the best things you eat on your entire trip. The dedication to quality, the concept of shokunin or artisan mastery, applies to everything, from a $300 a plate sushi counter to a $1 snack. So as we look at the landscape of travel for this season, we see three distinct, powerful invitations. One calls you to the rugged, untamed coastlines of a place like Albania, a call to the adventurer who wants to see the world as it's becoming, to find value and authenticity off the beaten path. Another beckons you to the emerald heart of the Atlantic, to the Azores, a call to the soul searcher who needs to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with the raw, restorative power of nature. And then there is the call from the East, a call to Japan. It's a journey for the curious, for the foodie, for the futurist, for the historian. It's a destination that challenges your perceptions and delights your senses in ways you can't even imagine. It's a place of profound contrasts, of serene gardens and chaotic crossings, of ancient codes of honor and hypermodern technology, of quiet contemplation and explosive creativity. Right now, that call is louder and more accessible than ever. This isn't just a trip. It's an education. It's a masterclass in civility, in artistry, in how a society can hold on to its deepest traditions while simultaneously hurtling into the future. You'll leave with more than just photos and souvenirs. You'll leave with a new appreciation for detail, for presentation, for the beauty and simplicity. You'll leave with a memory of a flavor, a sound, a feeling of profound respect and welcome that will stay with you forever. Whether you're seeking adventure, tranquility, or a total cultural immersion, the world is offering up some truly incredible opportunities this year. These three destinations represent the very best of what travel can be. A chance to challenge ourselves, to heal ourselves, and to see the world and ourselves in a brand new light. So the only question left is, which journey is yours? Which one of these is calling your name? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'd love to hear what's sparking your wanderlust right now. And if this journey we've taken together has inspired you, if it's given you real ideas for your own adventure, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Tells YouTube that we're creating something of value here. And to make sure you don't miss our next deep dive into the world's most incredible destinations, Hit subscribe and turn on that notification bell, because the world is a massive, beautiful, and endlessly fascinating place, and our exploration has only just begun. Thank you for watching. Now go find your story.